Hey everyone. So PP is whining again. This time he's complaining that a BC school trustee has been ordered to pay $750,000 for saying that there are two genders. And this case is not that simple at all. In fact, it took about 10 years, almost a decade, for this to come to a conclusion. So let's talk a little bit about what they found. So, the BC Human Rights Tribunal has ordered former Chilliwack school trustee Barry Newfield to pay $750,000 in damages for violating the Human Rights Code by publishing hate speech and discriminatory content against the two LGBTQ2S plus community, more specifically teachers. Mr. Newfield invoked negative and insidious stereotypes about LGBTQ2S plus people, especially trans people, which denied their inherent dignity and in some cases reflected the hallmarks of hate against them as a group, the tribunal said in a decision on Wednesday. He was one of the loudest critics against the BC government's move in 2017, directing school boards to update codes of conduct to address bullying based on SOGI, or sexual orientation and gender identity, according to the tribunal's decision. For 5 years, he was publicly denigrated LGBTQ2S plus people and teachers and associated them with the worst forms of child abuse. He said the tribunal members, adding that the effect was a discriminatory work environment. He has not responded with any comments himself. The tribunal's decision noted that it used LGBTQ2S plus term in its decision as set out in the association's initial complaint. Newfield's publications included Facebook posts, a speech at a gathering, a widely circulated email, and comments at the school board meetings and in the media. They found that 6 of these publications were likely to expose trans, gay, and lesbian people to hatred and contempt based on their gender identity and or sexual identity. The publications demonized and delegitimized trans people, and in one case, lesbian and gay people, and cast them as a powerful menace threatening the society and security of children and their families. So this isn't someone that said there are two genders and that's the end of the story. And maybe that's enough. But the point is, it wasn't just that. This was hate speech. This was hate speech. More than 20 of Newfield's publications indicated discrimination or the intention to discriminate people in the Chilliwack School District. One unnamed teacher who uses she, they pronouns testified that it even made them reconsider going into teaching. And they chose not to come out because of this speech, because it's scary when people are teaching hate. And certainly when people are implying that people that are members of the LGBTQ2S plus community are more likely to abuse children, because there is absolutely no evidence that that is true. It is entirely false. So, again, especially with what happened in BC very recently, with the school shooting, it's really important that we remember that trans people are not more likely to be a danger to anybody than everybody else is. The statistics do not show that trans people are more likely to abuse or, in the case of what happened in BC, pew people. In fact, there have been very few. If you look into school shootings, the fact of the matter is that most school shootings are cis male individuals. And now is not a time to be spreading more hate at all. The tribunal said he repeatedly and flagrantly demonstrated his disregard for the Human Rights Tribunal and its processes. He even recorded a pre-hearing conference call and posted the recording on YouTube, which again is against the rules. So just an important to note that this was a lot more complicated than what PP is saying. And I find it very frustrating that he is simplifying it in this way and presenting it this way. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you think in the comments, and have a great day.